Hey guys, it's McKernan, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in first and foremost, and I suppose a bit of an apology because I haven't actually posted a video for some time. I've been away in Europe and traveling and running a week-long workshop over there as well. So it's been a hell of a summer for me. I took quite a bit of time off as well. And as you know, I don't just put videos up for the sake of it. I've got to kind of feel something that I want to share and so on before I'd actually put a video up in the first place. But you know, when I was in London at the Olympics, and I probably shared before that I've done some work with some athletes in advance of London. I got to get behind the scenes. I got to see a number of the athletes perform, and I got to meet a number of family members, etc. And I may share some of my insights and experiences at a later stage. But one of the things that became very apparent is the absolute obsession with perfection that a lot of athletes actually have. Now, one could say, well, if they're not out to perceive perfection, maybe they don't care enough, or maybe the idea or the notion of not pursuing perfection is actually a defeatist attitude. I actually believe that it's not mutually exclusive to athletes or artists or anybody else for that matter. I think as humans, I think that we are out to be perfect in so many aspects of our lives. I know, for example, many women that work with me, many of them who are moms, actually, judge themselves because if they're not the perfect mother, they're not good enough. And I think that this perfection thing runs, we tend to categorize people as like perfectionists. If you're a perfectionist or a controller. And I think all of us have a degree of wanting to be perfect in aspects of our lives, depending on what that is. But it really became apparent that unless these athletes win gold, it's just not enough. Silver or bronze, or even getting to the Olympics. One of the things I learned over there was how difficult it really is just to get to an Olympics and how extraordinary an achievement that is in its own right. But of course, that's not enough for many of these athletes. It's like it's perfection or nothing. It's gold or nothing. And it got me thinking about perfection, not just in the case of an athlete, but in the case of any other human being. And I'm beginning to think that it's not even possible. Perfection is not even possible. Let me give you an example by that. Lexus, one of the best luxury cars apparently in the world. It just so happens that I'm picking on Lexus, but ironically, it was a coincidence that I received this letter. But I drive a Lexus, and I received this letter from Lexus, I don't know, a couple of months before I left, or a month before I left for Europe. And essentially, this letter talks about some imperfection in the car, and basically they're looking to bring the car in, kind of some sort of withdrawal, so they can fix this issue that's happened. And I know that Lexus's tagline is their pursuit of perfection. Now, Lexus have got budgets of hundreds of millions of dollars. They've got thousands of staff. They've been around for quite some time. They've got a massive giant corporation behind them, etc. And they can't get it right. So how are you as an individual, as a mother, as an entrepreneur, as a business person, as a housewife, as a stay-at-home dad, how are you going to achieve perfection on your own? And I actually believe that you can't. Now, again, that doesn't mean I'm suggesting you give up on the notion of being brilliant or better in an area of your life. But I think the tagline that actually works best for me is the pursuit of betterness, the pursuit of better. And I think that if you meet any athlete, any successful person that has succeeded, not just in monetary terms, but in life in general, I think, and they're grounded at the same time. So they haven't lost themselves and their identity hasn't got lost in their pursuit of whatever it is. So in other words, they're successful and they're grounded, which I believe are absolutely connected. You'll find that what they just decided to do was to get better, to get better, to get better, to get better. And at some point or other just found themselves the best. Maybe not the best there ever was or ever will be, but the best in their sport, their best in their business, their best as a speaker, their best as a coaching client, their best as this, their best at that, whatever it happens to be. So I think that we should let go of the notion of perfectionism, the pursuit of perfection, and just look at the pursuit of being better. And I think when we do that, I think we've got a greater chance of living something that's even remotely close to a perfect life.